Face-to-face classes suspended at Cornwall College following closure of canteen by health services. Face-to-face classes were suspended at Cornwall College in St. James due to the closure of the school's canteen by the parish's health department. In a release to parents and guardians, the school said classes would be shifted online due to an urgent internal issue affecting its operation. The school said it is working relentlessly to remedy the situation. While it did not state when face-to-face classes will resume, the school in another memo to parents stated online classes will continue throughout today. In an interview with reporters yesterday afternoon, head of the St. James Public Health Service, Lennox Wallace, said the canteen will reopen as soon as the concerns are addressed. He did not explain the concerns but noted that the issue has been ongoing. He noted that though the department is committed to ensuring that schools remain open, this must be done under ideal conditions.
The department would have visited that facility before. We had some concerns that we are working assiduously with the school management to rectify. We believe that what has happened today will help them to speedily address the situation. It is not cause for alarm. We are working with them, and if it finishes today, the facility, the kitchen will be open in the morning. It is something that we do not take lightly as our support for our schools here in Western Jamaica. It's high on the agenda. We support this school like any other, but we also support that the school children that would consume meals here remain healthy, and I'm confident that this matter will be resolved soon. We continue to support the schools here in Western Jamaica, and we'll do anything to help the school remain open and for the children to remain in class. I understand the modality is sometimes difficult to manage, so we can do what we have to do here in St. James to ensure that schools are open and maintain the opening under ideal conditions.
Terralong hits back at Portmore Mayor over contentious parish meeting. Member of Parliament for St. Catherine East Central, Alonzo Terralong, has issued a strong condemnation of statements made by Portmore Mayor Leon Thomas regarding the contentious community meeting on Portmore's proposed parish status. According to Terralong, the mayor's claim are not only misleading but serve as a calculated attempt to deceive the public and sort division through political propaganda. Thomas, a member of the opposition People's National Party (PNP), accused Jamaica Labour Party (JLP) supporters of deliberately attempting to derail the meeting, which was convened by the Portmore City Municipality. Unfortunately, this important discussion was derailed when a group of JLP supporters wearing green shirts bearing the names and image of MP Alonzo Terralong and Robert Miller stormed the meeting aggressively, brandishing placards, chanting "Show Labour Right" and attempting to hijack the proceedings. Terralong and Miller are from the ruling JLP, which is pursuing the parish status. The PNP says they oppose the process being used. The mayor also sought to explain why I grabbed a placard from a woman and a cartoon video. As the presiding officer, I took immediate steps to restore order, including removing placards from the hands of those who were deliberately creating chaos. My sole intention was to de-escalate a volatile situation and ensure that the meeting could proceed peacefully and constructively, he said in a statement on Wednesday afternoon. As mayor, I remain committed to upholding democratic engagement and respecting everyone's right to express their views, even in moments of heightened tension. However, MP Terralong has categorically denied these accusations, asserting that no individuals wearing such attire were present. He charged that the disruption came from PNP supporters who heckled and created chaos, allegedly in an effort to derail meaningful discussions on Portmore's future. The meeting was intended to be a forum address the potential benefits of Portmore becoming Jamaica's 15th parish. Terralong, in a statement on Thursday, argued that Thomas used the platform to spread misinformation and label parish status supporters as political agitators. This, he said, is a direct insult to the hardworking residents who supported Portmore's growth and development. The mayor's labeling of anyone who supports Portmore becoming a parish as a troublemaker or political activist is a slap in the face of all hardworking taxpayers who want more for growth and development of Portmore. His reckless attempt to paint residents who support parish status as labor rights or aggressors is a calculated act of deception and outright insult to the people of Portmore, stated Terrelong. Terrelong also criticizes Thomas' handling of the meeting, describing it as a politically charged gathering disguised as a stakeholders forum. According to the MP, they may resorted to disruptive tactics once it became clear that many attendees supported Portmore parish status. One of the most troubling aspects of the event, Terrelong asserted, was the mayor's alleged targeting of female residents who peacefully displayed placards advocating for parish status. These women, visible in video from the meeting, posed no threat to anyone. They were neither disruptive nor chaotic, unlike the mayor and his PNP activists, who shouted and heckled throughout the event. This calculated attack on peaceful residents highlights Mayor Thomas' disregard for democratic values and his willingness to use deception to further his political agenda. His actions not only undermine the voice of the people, but also reflect a deeper pattern of destructive leadership that Portmore cannot afford. Terang has called for an immediate public apology from the mayor for what he describes as an attack on democratic values and free expression. Portmore deserves leaders who prioritize honesty, unity, and development, not those who thrive on division, destructive, and misleading conduct. The MP reaffirmed that the GLP's commitment to championing the parish status initiative and ensuring that residents' voices are heard and respected. The event took place against the backdrop of growing political tension over the government's move to make Portmore Jamaica's 15th parish. The legislation was approved in the House of Representatives last week, despite strong opposition from the PNP, which has labeled the move as an act of political gerrymandering.
Nothing more than a desperate attempt on his part to mislead the public and sow division through blatant political propaganda. The mayor's allegations that Jamaica Labour Party supporters allegedly wearing shirts bearing my name and my image, and somehow that they stormed the meeting, is outright false. Not a single individual was present at that meeting wearing any shirt with my name or my image, and that was seen clearly from the video. Neither was anybody seen barging into the meeting. These claims by the mayor are completely false. In fact, in reality, it was the supporters aligned with the People's National Party who disrupted the proceedings. They resorted to heckling and creating chaos and name-calling. It was a clear act of political provocation aimed at derailing what was a meaningful dialogue throughout the meeting.
JFB urges people to close doors while sleeping. The Jamaica Fire Brigade JFB is urging Jamaicans to adopt a simple yet life-saving habit to close their bedroom doors while sleeping. JFB Commissioner Stuart Beckford told reporters that this practice can increase survival chances and reduce the spread of fire. Once you go into the room to sleep, close the door. If a fire starts, for argument's sake, in the kitchen, if you have your room door closed, it means that you're going to be overwhelmed by the smoke. You may never be awoken from that smoke. You may suffer from smoke inhalation, lose consciousness, and you'll end up dying in that, stated Beckford. On the other hand, the commissioner indicated that if the fire starts in the room that you're in and the door is closed, it is unlikely that it will spread to other parts of the house. So once your alarm goes off, if you have an alarm or the heat wakes you, once you leave the room, close the door behind you. By doing that, you shut all the oxygen to the fire, Beckford explained. Highlighting the effectiveness of closing bedroom doors at night, he pointed to the Close Before You Doze campaign, which was implemented in the United States. Beckford noted that in that campaign, fire departments conducted demonstrations using props showing the stark difference between rooms with closed and open doors during a fire. The one that the door is closed, minimal burning took place in that, while the one with the door open, everything was gutted, he explained. The commissioner also implored individuals to evacuate the building immediately upon discovering a fire, emphasizing that they have 3 minutes or less to escape to safety. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.